Welcome to part 36 of building our tiny house, and in this video we are continuing on with the windows. As you saw in the past video, we installed the plastic windows, but we still have a lot more windows that are going to get installed. These were all the windows that open, but we have windows that don't open, such as wood windows. So we are going to make them ourselves from the glass that we get for dirt cheap, €2 a piece, €1 to €2 a piece, and a lot of them going to get installed, 7 windows in total. In this video, the plan is to make the frames and be stained and ready for the glass to go in. Here goes a window and many more downstairs and many more upstairs. It is a lot of windows that we will have in this house. It will be really bright and homey feeling. So let's not waste time and go plane the wood that we're going to use for the window frames. This one's really good. So all the wood is planed. As you can see here, we did save quite a lot of money by planing it ourselves and having it nicely done ourselves. They're not like precisely to measurements like you would get from store, but for us that wouldn't bother since we anyways are cutting them to shape and size the way we need to, so the exact size would not really matter so much. And this is going to be the third version of our window, so this is going to be a different design than we have done in past. This one's going to be more friendly for us to swap the glass in case it breaks, which was a big thing that we didn't do on all the windows, that, you know, in case they break, it is really, first of all, hard to get them out, and second of all, you can't really get the glass out, so it creates a big mess. So this is going to be a much better version. The other thing is the wood is not a perfect wood for windows. You would want one without knots, and this one has quite a bit of knots. I did try to choose the straightest and the least knottest wood, but it's going to be no problem for this project. Since the anyway is not going to open, they're going to sit hard in a frame. Let's hope that the nuts are not too big of a problem. Let's not waste too much time, and I'm not going to bother explaining it since I am kind of, doing it from my head myself. So you're just gonna see the end result. So let's get started and start cutting them to have the grooves for the windows. So as you can see, we have cut 5 framing wood into our framing for the windows. So this was a lot faster, a lot easier. We just cut out kind of a slice, which we're gonna use right in front here. Gonna be cut into a shape that it needs to be depending on the window thickness. All of them are kind of different, especially triple glazed. So the window goes in between, we put this and we screw this down, and that makes it easily to change. But also whenever we attach the window framing to the framing of the house, we screw straight from here, which means that the framing can be removed without taking the walls apart, which we have done before in the little tower we built, the office. That one there, we did the windows from inside the walls, so if we ever need to take them off, we kind of have to just go with the reciprocating saw and cut the screws off. So that doesn't have really easily accessible screws that you can just change it. So this is much better design. So let's get the windows, clean them, and start framing them in.
That's so complicated.
Pretty simple, huh?
Pretty complicated.
Which way does the 45?
Exactly, because we also need to cut them on like 45, so it's like nice and motivation is non-existent.
My statement of the situation is that maybe we should abandon and just go buy plastic windows, okay?
I think we're okay with the windows we have.
Actually, yes, it's enough.
Perfect.
Good. I'm looking for my pencil.
Will that help you?
What helps you?
The pencil mentally?
Yes. Yes. It will give me some sort of marking to at least look at. How do we solve this? How do we solve this? How do we do the other ones? I want to know.
Do you want to watch the video?
No. Do you think we're just switching sides consistently?
No, the other ones we didn't do that far of the frame.
No, we did. The last ones upstairs we did.
Yeah, and I think we're swapping it all the time. I don't know, but that's like a lot. And we gotta get the angles right and everything. As you saw, we cut like in an angle.
This is not gonna be fun. Perfect.
Not as bad as we thought.
Well, it's definitely not gonna be easy.
At least we have two of those, the same ones, so we can copy paste the measurements.
How much do you think is enough? I think 2 screws shall be enough.
You should not do that on top of the window.
Yeah.
What if the drill?
So yesterday we made one of the frames. This took a lot longer just to figure out exactly how to make it, but we did it and it looks pretty good. It looks professional. Now we just insert the glass and then put small little surrounding, don't know what they would be called, holders for the window, so that would hold the window in place. We put a silicone all around here, silicone it in, and we have a window that we can easily swap and also take out easily as well, because the framing we're gonna touch, like as I said. So this one's done. Now we're gonna make 6 more, and this was the smallest one. So one more of the same size and then a lot of bigger ones, but should be pretty quick. Probably not.
Okay, window number 2 is done.
Tight one, it does.
Last one.
So now all 7 frames are finished and built. Now it is time to actually stain them. We have to stain them the color we want, also to protect them inside and outside all around. Usually we make the mistake of building the glass straight in and then we don't end up staining it only from outside, just like a biddy. And that is a big mistake. So now we're gonna stain fully the frames, have them protected from weather, from all the environment, anything to throw at them. And then we're gonna glass them in. Once they're in the building itself, it's gonna be a completely different process than we usually go through. So it is a learning curve for us as well, how to learn to do it better. And I think this is gonna be a much better design because if a glass breaks, we can swap it out really easily. So that's gonna be the best benefit of these windows. So let's now lay them out, leave them to dry, and then we're gonna stain them.
They look like huge photo frames.
Yeah.
Fits nice.
So as you can see, we have the next day. Yesterday it got way too late to paint the window frames. we did actually had to do some readjustments. Luckily, David came up with the idea to fit them before we stain them, and yeah, we had the sandpaper here and there, some corners that did not fit exactly. So that is done. Now let's finally get to paint them, and we have decided to paint them up here. We're gonna lay them out on the floor, and this is not the finished floor anyway, so even if we paint it, it's no problem. And the reason is because outside it is a bit windy, and we don't have a proper place to lay them all out that is nice and clean, and it might rain. So there's multiple reasons why I want to do it inside. So let's get the window frames up. We have already the woods that we want to lay on the floor, get the frames, and then stain them this dark brown that we have been using everywhere and that we really, really love. So yeah, let's get the window frames and finally stain them.
So all the frames are painted and they're dry, so we are able to install them finally. This process actually took a lot longer than we expected. I think total of 3 days just because of the painting. needing 2 layers and then to flip them and again 2 layers, so morning one, evening another. Usually this one dries really quick, but we did extremely like big coat just so it is also more protected on also darker color, because it was kind of shining white through it as it is on the sides, which we didn't do double layer because it's gonna get all sealed in. You're not gonna have that exposed to weather. The front, the one that points outside, is the only one that really gets exposed to weather. The inside, of course, is just for the look because it's towards inside. But now they are done. Now we're kind of ready to install them. That's going to be pretty much it for this video. This video was quite a lot, and this was our best work yet. I think we have done an incredible job on making window frames, and we have done it the most proper way we have ever done, which is important because it is hard to make windows like this, and I feel like we have kind of achieved a better result than any of the other ones we have done. Of course, there's many more improvements that we can have, but that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we're gonna see you in the next one when we install these beautiful windows and finally make this house more of a home. And also, you know, we have windows, but this will be a lot more windows. 7 more in total. Exciting.
Yes.
Okay, let's go get them installed.